little early to be singing like that, man.
Plus, they say altitude's a real thing, too.
Oh,
but
trust me, yes.
You've played in Colorado now a few times. You were at our Hoobajube this last year at
sure
Fiddler's
was.
Green. Was there oxygen backstage?
No, there should have been. I came off stage really, really huffing and puffing, but it was good. It was
I
good,
always
man.
tell
We
the
had a good
story
time.
of the first time Bailey Zimmerman played in Colorado, and we warned him, and he went out and he jumped around and he flew around. I think he got through 4 songs before he's like, I got to take a break.
Yeah, you got to kind of stand there in place for a minute.
For sure. Now, me saying that you're my favorite new artist is a little bit subjective, but the rest of the world is starting to buy into this. Congratulations, you were nominated for an ACM award
Thank you.
last week.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. That was such a weird phone call to get because I didn't even know the ACM nominations were happening. And I get a phone call from my manager, and she's like, "Hey," sorry, I screwed myself up. She basically called me at 8:30 in the morning. I was not expecting a phone call at all, and she's FaceTimed me. I'm already not up at 8:30. I'm an artist. I like to wake up a lot later than that. And she's bawling her eyes out, and she's like, "Hey, you just got your very first nomination," and that was a really cool moment. So.
I bet. Nate Smith obviously ended up winning the award, deserving guy, but you're going to have plenty of time to win awards. I really feel like you're going to have a whole trophy case full of ACMs and CMAs and CMT awards, and it probably won't be long. Are you an award guy? Are you one of those guys that lives for that sort of thing? I feel like there's no gray area in that. You either love them or you just don't care.
I'm honored to have it or to be nominated, but yeah, at the end of the day, I just love what I get to do. So as long as I get to keep playing songs, man.
And the story of how it's happened for you is kind of a unique one. Let's talk about who Kameron Marlowe is and how you got to this moment right here. You kind of bust on the country music scene during COVID or right before COVID, right? Perfect time to come out as a new artist.
I really know how to pick the time. So I guess my first single came out in 2019. Started really making some waves, and it's got me my record deal and publishing deal, and I had no idea what I was doing in town at all. When I was getting my deals, I didn't even know what I was really getting deals for. I thought I was just taking meetings. So it just kind of really happened so fast, and then all of a sudden the world shuts down right as the momentum started, and I'm like, man, now we got to rebuild it. And we got to put out a record 2 years ago, which was awesome, and we're so proud of it. But now we got a new record that's coming that we're very excited about.
Just a couple of weeks away, too, right?
Yeah,
May 31st is coming out. Yeah, it's going to be tough to top that first one because it's so good. But every artist always says that the next one is the best one. So tell me why this next one's the best one.
I truly feel that because, for me, this song, these songs on here are so much more personal.
Yeah.
They are something that really, really is so special to me. And it's all about some of the things I've been going through and some of the experiences I've had over the past 2 years. And I'm just proud of it and excited to show the world.
We'll talk about Strangers in just a minute, which is going to be on that new album. It's the current radio single coming to radio here really soon. You're going to hear it in Denver. But let's go back to that first album and talk about some of those songs for just a second. Absolutely. Because the people of Denver really love those songs for sure. Giving You Up was a big old hit on the radio station, and that was the first one that really kind of blew up for you as well. So talk about that song to me.
So Giving You Up came from a real place. That was the very first song I ever put out, and I had no idea what I was doing when I was writing that song down. I was really just trying to get some things off my chest because it was such a personal thing for me. I just got out of a breakup that I thought I was going to be with this girl forever and thought I was going to marry her. And I was 2 weeks away from proposing when she said no, and I just kind of had to come home and get some things off my chest, and turned out to be a song and started my whole career. It's wild.
For sure. And there's another song on that album that is special to us in Colorado, because any song that mentions Colorado, I told you this before, but if you put Colorado in a song, the people here, they're loyal to their state. They're going to love it. So Girl on Fire was just a big Colorado hit too.
Absolutely, man. And it's always fun to come up here and play it because that is their favorite line out of the whole show, and they are screaming it.
For sure.
Awesome.
And it's a second verse too. It's not like it's the start. You know that they've listened through that song.
Yeah, man, it's great.
Let's talk about Strangers a little bit, which is that song that's coming to country radio here really soon. It's a duet with Ella Langley, and some folks might not be familiar with who Ella is yet, so introduce us to Ella.
So Ella is the funniest person that you will ever meet in your life, and the most stubborn, but I love her to death. She is one of the best people ever. I met her when we were at a songwriters event in Maui. And then she opened up for us in Hattiesburg. She came up to me directly because that's just how she is. She was like, "We haven't wrote yet. We need to write a song." And I said, "You're right, Ella." So we got in the room, and we had no idea we were going to write a duet. We just kind of messed around, and finally landed on this idea called Strangers. And we didn't know what that really meant, but we both had been in that situation before, and I feel like a lot of people have. So we just kind of started spitballing some lyrics with a couple of our buddies in there as well, and it just happened to be that way. And then we started trying to figure out how we're going to sing it together. We wanted to do it like a real true duet where we sing like pretty much together the whole song.
For sure.
We did not realize what we were doing was making it absolutely difficult as can be to sing it by ourselves, but it's fine, man. We figured it out now.
So you do sing the whole song?
I sing the whole song,
okay.
and we're in Colorado, and I'm probably going to be out of breath after it. So
can't wait to see this happen in just a minute. I think that's really cool because you hear a lot of these duets on the radio right now or wherever you get your music, and a lot of times there's one person that's written them, and then they bring in a person later. But you guys wrote this song together, and so that's kind of unique in this day and age. It's
absolutely,
cool.
Absolutely. She's a great writer.
Yeah. Are you guys talking about going on tour so you don't have to sing the whole?
We are. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We're trying to figure out sometimes when we can take it back and not have to sing it by ourselves a little bit.
Speaking of that, congratulations on the tour. A bunch of sold out dates on this thing. It's got to be cool to get out there and see all these fans singing your songs back to you.
It's been wild. Since we started, I mean, this guy right here has been with me since day one. He's been in the band since we started. We rode around in a Dodge truck to every venue. Now we get a bus and can sleep a little bit in between that. No like small hotel rooms anymore with 2 blow-up mattresses. So it's been wild to be able to like see this grow the way it has.
Introduce this guy. I feel like I want him to be my long lost uncle or something like that. Like just your vibe.
That's exactly what he is. He's everybody's long lost uncle.
The Dale shirt, the Dale hat. I love it.
Yeah. So this is Jake Haas. He's been my buddy forever. But yeah, he's a really good guy.
Well, let's play some more music.
All right.